Welcome. We are TableGoth, a group of tabletop gaming enthusiasts, gothic aficionados, and we are here continuing our chronicle Styx and Bones from the book Cults of the Blood Gods by Onyx Path Publishing. Joining us as always are two special guests, but we will do our introductions after this very serious warning. This game explores things best left in the dark. We will encounter unapologetically evil individuals, supernatural horror, sexually charged scenarios, and disturbing bloody rituals. Even our players will be portraying a group with very questionable morals, so please take care of yourself and viewer discretion is advised. Now, on to introductions. Let's start things off with who is playing Dario.
Hey everybody, it's me, Joe, better known as DJ Torador or Nola Fanger on Twitter, and I'm playing Dario Giovanni, the chill as fuck Hakata Giovanni member who loves everyone, every covert member, and is not a pervert.
You could tell by our reactions that was very true. Boo.
I'm Boo, playing Nosferatu or Boo, Clan Nosferatu, and I'm definitely not a Clan Nosferatu.
It's just all about truth today. Freddie.
Hi, I'm Miss Petty Dreadful. I'll be playing Freddie. She's a gangrel and is very charismatic, I guess, if we're just lying.
Perfect. And Camilla.
I'm Mandy Morose, and I'm playing Camilla tonight, and she's of the Ministry Persuasion. And she is really excited for all the positive interactions with Dario this evening.
And I'm Bully, and I enjoy running for this group of people. And this is Styx and Bones. We are back. Let's jump right into things with a little recap because things happen and things are going to keep happening. So last time, Dario was dominated into attacking Camilla. All this happening during their fight with Terrence Rusk and Anna of the Cult of Mithras. So in that fight, Dario was dominated in fighting Camilla. Boo was dominated in fighting Freddy. Adelhard's ghost began beating the hell out of Terrence. Long story short, there's a lot of back and forth. Camilla decided to take a hit to save Dario because they're best friends. Freddy managed to not get her head beat in by Boo and instead grab onto Terrence's head, which he held on tight as the ghost of Adelhard twisted him, torporing the member of the Cult of Mithras, causing Anna, his childer, to snap a little bit, but she was promptly staked. So after all that was taken care of, the sun was getting ready to rise. Our coterie was piled in the van, but not before Freddy did a quick search of the crime scene and realized that one of the individuals killed was Hannah, the same person she rescued from Panzer at the Anarch bar. So, piled in the van, Dario, Camilla, and Boo woke up to the van on fire while Freddy peacefully slept. The group managed to escape, and Boo caught the woman who was setting the van on fire. She also took a bag of poisoned rats that the woman had on her that seemed to be intended for Fred, the snake. Boo also got the license plate of the SUV that the woman's partner escaped with. So after all of that, barely surviving, the coterie went back to sleep in their hotel rooms. After waking up, Donovan arrived and let him know that people tried to kidnap Edith from the hospital, but River stopped them. I showed them footage, security footage of River stopping these people, who of course were the same people who tried to set the van on fire. And then River went outside to smoke and was kidnapped by someone with some form of telekinesis and thrown into a van and taken away. Um, Someone that the coterie assumed was a Thin Blood, because that's who they've seen use that before. After the van took off, the SUV with the people who set the van on fire were seen pursuing that van. All in all, Boo then called the sheriff, and the sheriff collected the bodies that they had in torpor from the cult of Mithras. And then they decided to connect with the ministry, knowing the ministry is connected to the Thin Bloods, and the Thin Bloods apparently stole River. So they showed up to the ministry temple, the Crook and Coil, and they found it was already abandoned. Freddy texted Lena, and Lena told them to get out immediately and that it was dangerous. They did so, and they found beast shards, those weird, ghostly, angry spirit things that seem to appear whenever Ash is involved. The group managed to avoid them, though. Then Lena talked to Freddy on the phone, gave her the address of a safe house in the mountains, and asked her to come alone. At that time, Boo's Nosferatu contact replied back that the SUV that they had seen belonged to a company owned by Hiromitsu. So we ended our session with the coterie decided to tattle on him, and that's where we'll pick things up. So, coterie, I assume you are heading to the Hakata Temple, unless there's something you want to do on the way.
I'm just going to tell the group, I know that others probably had plans for Torrance and Anna. I was like, but I'm also super interested in securing our way out of Germany safely. And I feel like the best way to get out of here safely is to be on the good side with the Camarilla and not be hunted once we leave Germany. But hopefully we'll find answer. Also with Mother Anja, when we go tell her all this stuff about Hot Pants, do you think she's aware of the murders that are happening?
She's been made aware of a lot of things that has been going on. Also, don't take personal offense. You're only doing what you know, and that's fine. We are creatures of habit, and that's what we do. But I will say this, your connection with Hiromitsu will have to stop abruptly, because I am getting quite fed up. This is the second time we've been around something, and his name, well, his alias, was brought up about this. And it's getting too much of a coincidence for it to not be connected.
Yeah, I have only ever texted him that once. And if anybody has any type of contacts that could track Hiromitsu through his phone number, or what I assume is his phone number, when looking back at it, it probably belongs to a burner phone and probably not like, the phone he carries if he carries one. But I do have his number at some point.
Perfect.
But he has my number.
Keep it on your person. But I must say this. Are you all right? River was captured. Then we need to deal with it.
Yeah, I'm bummed out and I'm mad. And whenever I find out who has him, I'm going to own their hands. So It's just a matter of time. But I am upset and I hope he's fine. And I'm upset that I didn't know better or didn't have extra detail watching him, because I know he tends to see the best in people, and that's going to be his downfall in the end. Even though he is partly like us, like he just still has that humanity trust, and he just
we all did at one point, but
yeah,
he will survive. We have to make sure of that. He will have to be given a stern talking to, perhaps by Camilla. She's very good at that. And, it'll be dealt with accordingly. Storyteller, I wanted to, Darius going to kind of like drift back to his phone and pull out his phone and look at his messages that Pearl sent.
Mhm.
Can I look at the picture that she sent of herself with the files? Does any of that look familiar or anything pops out?
Yes. So it seems that it was a bit of a flirty, just whatever picture. But also there's some documents that are kind of clear in there, probably purposefully. She doesn't, especially with a photograph, she doesn't do anything by accident. She knows exactly what she's doing. You can see that there are. It looks like they're going over multiple options, multiple plans, and there's a few laid out. The one in front of her that you can kind of read. You have to sort of like rotate the phone, zoom in a little bit, and that's how you know that this was on purpose, because it's even that stuff's in focus and it's not just her in focus. There seems to be a plan in place, in case the Hakata are found at fault. A way to remove the Hakata. It seems to be on an accelerated timeline.
Coterie. Just looking back at some love messages from Pearl. I know you may roll your eyes, Camilla and Freddie, but she is what I like. But that's neither here nor there. There's an escape plan that involves the clan that I'm part of, and it seems to have been jet-lined, like straight. So we need to probably wrap this up, but I have a sneaking suspicion of who it is that's causing all of this chaos.
Don't you think it's a bit obvious that Hiromitsu's companies and this and that are tied up in this? Don't you think it's a little bit out there for someone who's smart enough to run multi-billion-dollar companies throughout the world?
Correct.
And then someone who was found by certain ministry individuals is one that ends up dead.
And also another home run.
So I think maybe our contact with Hiromitsu might be better served to find out who's using him as a scapegoat for the Hakata.
That also is something that could be looked into. Also, you want to look at his phone again and go back to that message. I don't know if you remember Storyteller from Edith about snakes being
the message from your Elizabeth,
yeah, Elizabeth, there it is, not Edith.
your ghoul way back in the day, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
About hearing that big things were going on in Munich involving snakes. Mm-hmm.
I will relate that. I will relate that more to Freddie. I'll just kind of lean back and just kind of say that to her, and I guess for the car, you'll hear me say, do with that what you will, darling.
What stuff?
Hmm?
Stuff. It says stuff is happening.
Yes, some stuff is happening with the snakes in the city, and I think it might be this ash, these beast shards. It's all seeming to come together, connected.
Can you find out what stuff specifically? Like more detail?
I can. I'll shoot her a message and just like forward this message to her and kind of like just say details. Be thorough.
Okay, because you told me snake stuff, and like I know I'm affiliated with the ministry, but at first I thought you meant there was like a reptile show. And that was like not irrelevant.
No,
I got it now. Like I caught up, but it was, you told me specifically.
I'm going to chalk that up to a lot of shock that you've gone over the past couple of nights. So that is fine. Okay, snakes. Camilla, my dear, sweet, charming, wonderful lady of the coterie. Your clan also seems to be indicated in this as well. And I will just kind of turn my phone to that message and show Camilla and just say this. And I will say that to you. Do that with what you will.
I mean, I think it's a bit odd that both of these things are happening at the same time. The framing of the Hecata, the manipulation of the Thin Bloods and the Beast Shards, and it all seems to be happening a lot at the same time. And that does strike me as what do you call it? Snake stuff.
Yes, it does.
Maybe you should switch cults there. You got that hiss down to science, Dario.
You flatter me. I've kind of looked at Fred and seen how he do it. It's nice. Fred is a good snake. Oh, driver. Who's driving?
Donovan, the only retainer left.
Okay, Donovan. If you can get us to like a convenience store or some place that has People magazine, I need to get 4.
Oh, I've already picked them up for you, sir.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Fuck.
Thank you.
We were picking up. We dropped off Edith already at the Hecata place, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We made sure she. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, you go ahead. Just because I sent a picture of River out to all the Nosferatus in like the area. Have I heard anything back? Any eyes on like surveillance or like
Not
anything
yet.
at all?
Not yet.
Okay.
It was pretty recently that you did this. So
All right.
yeah. But it is out there. So you hopefully a matter of time. You've done your part for using the NOS contacts you've put it out there. Now it's just sort of a waiting game.
Seating arrangement. Where is Dario in relationship to Donovan?
I mean, wherever you want to be.
I'm probably sitting in between someone, but I'm just probably going to kind of excuse me and go sit, kind of lean in by his ear and ask him, Donovan, were you able to find someone with your similar skills?
I've prepared a list for you, sir.
Right. Boy, I appreciate that. I want to give you affirmations and let you know that you are doing a wonderful job.
I appreciate that, sir.
It is a shame what has happened to Edith. I don't like that. And whoever these people are, they will be dealt with accordingly.
I have every confidence in the world that Edith will be avenged. Though Edith also seems Edith will be just fine.
Has anyone tried to do anything to you that I need to be aware of?
Not that I'm aware of, sir.
Okay. Please keep me posted. I don't want harm to come to you.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I'm a little more trained in those areas than the others are.
Good man. And he'll give him kind of like a fatherly pat on the shoulder. And just, all right.
I just had a thought.
Don't worry about me, sir. I keep that thing on me.
I worry about you because I know you and you've been around me the longest. Believe it or not, I actually do care about you and your well-being.
Thank you, sir.
No thanks are necessary. It's what a good sire, father, parent, leader does.
What were you saying, Boo?
Yeah, as you were saying.
Oh yeah. So, like Camilla was saying,
yes.
What if we tried to play the friend card with Hiramitsu? Tell him like, hey, we just recently found out that one of your cars was used in a kidnapping, and it's coming back to you. Do you have time to meet and talk? What do you guys think about that?
And also that lawyer or whoever he was involved with something, with some kind of case. The details. I don't know.
You know what? Well, that's actually a really fair point to make. How about, let's hold off on the tattling just yet. Let's reel him in.
But we could still go because didn't Mother Ansha say she was calling here to meet you in anyway, so if we could see if he's made his way back.
True.
I'm
We
pretty
just-
sure he's
That'll-
coming. I'm pretty sure, Freddy, he's coming from Japan. It's going to take a while for him to get here from Japan to Germany. So I'm pretty sure a car ride is not going to be long enough for him to get back. Even
No,
if
I
he,
think
You would assume he'd be
days
back by
ago.
now. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was a
was-
few days ago. It only takes a day to
Okay.
get back. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was,
the night of the first murder is when you put it out there, and she said
Gotcha. All right.
because she
Well, we
said
can-
like we're gonna need his resources if we're gonna put together a plan to get out of the city in case it goes wrong.
Okay. We need to talk then. All right, let's roll.
Should I text? Should I text him?
Camilla. Thoughts?
I mean, if he's already there, then no reason to seem like we're going behind Mother Anja's back, and we might as well just go there and present the facts that we have now.
Cool.
Present that we think maybe he's being framed and that his exit plan is still a very viable option.
yeah, if he's not there, Boo, you can text him and just say we assumed he'd be there, but to meet there if he can.
Yeah.
See, this is why I love all of you. We all have feedback here.
And with that, be pulling up to the Hecata Haven, the old Gothic church. So when you get out, head inside. It's immediately noticeable that there is more people here than usual. Quite a bit of activity. Specifically like human or ghoul activity. You can tell it's probably a partial heightened security, maybe something else. They certainly take note of you as you enter, but no one stops you, of course. So you head towards the secret staircase, heading below the church into the Hecata Haven proper. This is the first time you are stopped. Is down here is where a lot of the ghouls wear like ceremonial robes and whatnot. And one individual, sort of the hooded monk-looking robe, all black, just sort of seems just to be posted up at the bottom of the stairs. And just looks at each of you. Sort of just middle-aged, plain features, really dark eyes, but like kind eyes. Not someone you've seen before though, but also there's a lot of ghouls running around, so you might have missed them. It's hard to tell. But yeah, he just turns and what can I help you with, masters?
I'm Dario Giovanni, and I have to have words with Mother Anja. It is incredibly urgent, my dear friend. And this is my coterie.
I'm well aware of who you are. Mother Anja, yes, I will. If you wouldn't mind waiting here, I'll make sure she is accepting visitors, but I'm sure you're probably the only people she would be okay seeing right now. Just a formality.
Is everything all right around here? It seems to be buzzing with energy.
There's a few contingencies being put in place, but I assure you everything is perfectly safe.
Contingencies, such as?
I'll let Mother Anja explain more. One moment, please.
Sure.
They disappear. There's a couple other ghouls that are also sort of waiting around the same area, just silently. It does not take him long before he returns. And yes, she is in her office. I assume you know where it is. Please, sorry to bother you.
No worries.
And yeah, you head in and go to Mother Anja's office, which is just chaos. Completely covered in papers. Some things are half packed. You can see laid out on her desks are multiple maps of different cities and towns, even some blueprints of certain buildings, lists of names and contact information. A lot of sealing wax and extra ink, and you can already see some letters written on very nice paper that have been folded up. You can also see a discarded ghoul in the corner. They look like they've probably been completely drained and just sort of left there. Anja's just in the middle of looking over some things and looks up. Please tell me you have good news.
No, I do not have good news. If you want me to be honest, Mother Anja. Well, it's not the best news, but it's not the worst.
Please get on with it.
First of all, I understand the mess. It's okay. You don't need to apologize for that. But I want to let you know. You didn't. That is fine. I'm saying it is okay. Also, I want to let you know, per the Herald, they have put in a contingency plan against the family, and they have expedited it. Also,
they called me paranoid, but I knew the Camarilla, as soon as they had a chance, would do what they needed to do to get rid of us. Of course.
We are a threat because we are independent, but that is always a thing we have to deal with every time, any city that we are in. Second, somehow, the ministry has been implicated into this as well.
Implicated how? Are you able to bring this information to the Camarilla, get them off our backs?
Well, is Boo nodding near?
I mean, she's kind of like nodding. Yeah, you probably can see her out of the corner of your eye. She's like kind of nodding, but like more so to herself than like to Mother Anja.
Daryl pushed his glasses up. Boo, you seem to be in agreement. Come speak with us, please. You have information as well. Also, Mother, we were attacked by the fucking cult of Mithras.
I'm glad to see you're okay. First and foremost, how are they?
Thank you.
Did they meet final death?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Where are they?
In the custody of the sheriff.
Oh, that is good then. Not expected from you, but good. Okay. Okay.
They were
that might
both,
buy us a little bit of goodwill, a little bit of time.
They were both staked, but that is another topic.
Look at that. You gave me good news and you didn't even realize you were giving me good news. Okay. I can work with this.
Also, I have something else I want to discuss with you because this is also starting to annoy me. You know about our friend Hiromitsu?
Yes, I do.
What is with that expression and pause?
Hiromitsu has not been himself lately. Honestly, he hasn't been himself since the dinner. I fear he's not as amicable about reuniting all the bloodlines of the Clan of Death as I thought he was. I have suspicion he might be the one sabotaging the clan in some misguided attempt to punish us for letting the Harbingers in.
That is... Go on, Camilla.
I have a question about Hiromitsu. Do you think him intelligent? Like, business-wise?
Business-wise, very much so. The best.
Do you think he would be stupid enough to commit a series of crimes implicating the Hecata while using all his own resources and assets?
Oh, no. I do not think he's doing that. No.
Well, his van kidnapped my person out from a hospital and tried to take her person out from a hospital. His company name's on the van that took our people, or tried to take our people.
I will be silent on Mother Anja. Everyone has a piece that's in this pie. So please air your grievances out so I can say what I need to say.
Well, look, you actually just missed him. I had to talk with him and it did not go so well.
What do you mean?
What I just said, I had to talk with him, and he expressed that he's not happy with how things are going.
With things or with a particular person?
I mean, Mora's the one he has a problem with. She's part of the group that killed his sire. I was hoping he'd be able to let things go, because Camilla, as you said, he's a smart man. You should know when a merger is necessary. But he's an emotional man. as I am seeing.
Mother Anja.
I sent him to Oscar. Oscar has a way of either making things worse or sometimes making people feel a little bit better, and I figured it was worth a shot.
Mother Anja, are you telling me that possibly, just possibly, that Hidemitsu is having a pissing contest with us because boo fucking who that his sire was murdered?
I don't know why he would have a pissing contest with you in particular. No, that doesn't make sense to me. If he did something against Mora, that makes a little more sense. That's why I thought maybe he is doing things to bring someone down on the whole clan. He has the resources to make it out just fine.
But
Mora
not us.
and the priestess are a little more old school. They cannot uproot as easy.
But if he was doing this when you called him back, it wouldn't make sense for him to return, right?
Exactly. That's why I don't think it's actually him, but he might just be angry about it, and he might just be letting me think it's him. He seemed to be in a fuck it all attitude. But no,
Okay.
if I truly thought he was the one responsible, he would still be here. Let's say that. But if you're saying it's the ministry, I urge you to get to the bottom of this immediately.
We are trying, but things are happening with the ministry. We decided to take a field trip out that way to one of their temples, and we're almost attacked. And you just want to point at Camilla. This one was almost squarely attacked by these beast shards, these things that the Finbloods are using for drugs.
I am
Not.
so sick of hearing about the beast shards. Yes, I'm familiar with them.
Well,
they've reached out to us. They want us to help us clean up their drug problem, or a side effect of their drug problem, we should say.
Well, they shouldn't have fucking did it if they weren't. Oh, never mind.
Who reached out to you? Was it the ministry or was it the Thin Bloods?
No. This was some sort of thin blood company.
Thin Blood. So
they did offer money, which did seem attractive. I did consider it, I'll be honest, but we were doing just fine. I didn't want to get involved with them, especially if we thrive in a position of neutrality. Getting caught up with the Thin Bloods did not seem like the best political decision.
Do you happen to remember the name of the person you talked to?
No, I did. It was an email. It wasn't even the conversation. It was from like an institute, some company.
Oh. Yeah. The institute. It's where all the crazies are from.
Either way, is there anything else you need of me? I have a lot to do. And I'm hoping that you will be eager to wrap this up as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
Would you have a personal issue with us trying to coax Hiramitsu into helping us, and maybe we can smooth some things over for him? And
no, not at all. I trust you. Do what you need to do. You might want to talk to Oscar first. Like I said, it was in Oscar's room not that long ago.
Where is Oscar?
In his room, I assume.
All right.
Okay. Thank you for
Are
the
you
update.
going to do something about? He's going to point at the dead ghoul.
Oh, I will be honest. I completely forgot he was there. Yes, I can have someone clean it up.
Okay. Just asking. Do you need anything, Mother?
I need you to get to the bottom of this and clear our name.
I will do that.
Thank you, Dario. All of
my
you.
word.
Know that when this is over and done with, hopefully we're still in a position that I can reward you greatly for this.
Thank you. And Dario's going to get up and just kind of singularly go and start heading towards Oscar's room.
Okay.
He's going to speed walk, actually.
I assume everyone follows?
Yeah, I'm going to try to just put my hand on Dario's shoulder. I'd be like, hold up for a second. Let me go ahead and vanish and see if I can eavesdrop.
Perfect. Do what you do.
All right. I'm going to unseen passage.
Yeah, that's a rouse that I can do for you.
Yeah, I can see if my computer's gonna let me do it today. I don't know if it will or not.
I gotcha. I'm going to be a pro at this.
Thank you.
You don't get hungrier. So yeah, you get closer. You can use, well, you have Silence of Death and Unseen Passage. You can go
I'll do
silent, invisible. Just takes one rouse
both.
check. Head to Astra's room. You get there. You listen. Do not hear anything. The door is already ajar.
I'm going to open it, and I'm just going to hold it open for Boo to go in.
Yeah, I'll take a step into the room, see if I see anything.
Yeah, I assume all of you are here at this point then, because yeah, Boo went a little ahead, listen, but it was obvious there's no one in there. Yeah, I mean, Astra's room is covered in posters of musicians and bad movies and things like that. It's like a teenager's room, which is even weird because all the rooms down here are like old like monk like stone cells, and it's just that but plastered with bad posters. He does have a desk that is covered in books and ritual notes, and looking through you can see it's obvious he has like sort of pinned to like a little corkboard leaning on his desk these symbols that were left at the scenes of the crime. Do you take the time to look through his notes?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
There you go. Go ahead.
I'm gonna call him.
Okay. Who's looking through the notes?
Dario. I'm gonna look through all the
I'll
notes.
do an investigation.
Yeah, Freddie, give me. Well, I mean, everything's there. There's nothing really hidden to find. It's more understanding what's going on. So this will be a wits occult for anyone who would like to try to make sense of the notes.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay.
I'm going to surge real quick.
4 successes for Drew. While this is happening, Camilla, you make the call. No answer.
Can I investigate to see if Oscar left the room willingly? When she doesn't
give me a wits investigation.
Okay, cool.
All right, Dario, you blood surge. You do not get hungrier. And go ahead and do your wits occult.
3 successes for Freddie.
Okay.
Oh, it's 3. It's 2 or 3 dice.
2.
Okay, sweet. So 6.
6. Okay.
Powers combined.
So Freddie would come to the conclusion first because she doesn't have to really read through notes that it does sort of look like this was like left very hastily. There's not an obvious sign of a struggle, but you can tell it's like where things are. It wasn't like the way the chairs just sort of pulled out. It's not a way like usually people sort of everything like just there's small hints of that. This, specifically the chair is sort of like facing out a little bit, like he like turned around in his chair, and then just you could tell things were just left as they were.
Sort of following that. Can I follow that line of investigation out into the hallway to see if I can keep the trail going? Do a little hunting for Buddy?
There's really no trail. Like I said, it's just like a stone. They keep it very clean, so it's not like dust prints or anything to find. Yeah, there's really no sign besides that you can come to the conclusion that he left very abruptly. And if he was here talking with someone, you assume if he had talked with Hiramitsu here, there would be like another chair or like maybe a mark on the bed where Hiramitsu sat, but there is not. So either they stood the whole time or Hiramitsu never really sat down to talk with him. Or Hiramitsu didn't make it here at all. Going through the notes quickly between Dario and Boo, you guys would find a few things. Boo, you find that there are notes on beast shards. There's sort of certain notes he's taken and whatnot. He has notes on the Cinder Institute as well. It seems like you would assume, someone reached out to him individually, maybe. And
Hmm.
Oscar seems to have actually been trying to figure out a way to deal with the beast shards. Um, Maybe he actually came up with something. And then, there you go. He was, you could see your eyes are sort of immediately go to the symbols that you recognize from the crime scenes. And you know sort of about them, but you want to see his notes on these. And he was also, I mean, it wasn't that hard to get a hold of those and figure out what they were. And he seems to have been doing research to figure out what they were as well. Came to a similar conclusion as you, that it's like a section of a larger rune or symbol or something, not a full thing. He's trying to understand maybe what the end result would be. Um, he has come to a few conclusions that he kind of sees the direction that this ritual might be going, or these symbols might be going, and it seemed random at first, but now it is someone who knows enough of the oblivion occult to kind of make sense of this. Um, but it seems to be specifically tied with the oblivion that isn't your specialty, more like shadow based stuff. That side of the oblivion, the abyss, more so than the Shadowlands. And yeah, that's the information the coterie gleans.
Do you want me to text or call Hiromitsu?
Yeah, give him a call. I'm gonna go talk to a couple ghouls who may have been just outside of here and see what they know.
Freddy, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Maybe go with Camilla or.
No, you come with me.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
I'm going to try to find the priestess.
Okay. Yeah, you look around. No sign of the priestess of bones. No sign of Mora.
Mora.
Neither.
Okay. Is the priestess's room open or anything like that?
It is locked. You knock on the door, listen. You don't hear anything. They don't respond.
I will text Hiromitsu to say, "Hey, it's Boo. Do you have time to talk?" ? And send it.
Okay. Yeah, you send the text. No immediate response.
And I text Pearl something. I guess at the door, well, it's still the check because it's locked. I want to text Pearl, kind of like a little riddle. I know you know a secret. Tell me something I wish I knew, and I'll make it worth your while.
Okay. Yeah, no immediate response.
That's fine. So the door is locked, Freddy.
Well, let's go on. We'll cut to Camilla. You're going to just speak to some of the ghouls around?
Yeah.
Okay, you can go. You can see the one who stopped you guys seems to be probably Adelhard's replacement, as he was sort of the head ghoul before. You see this guy seems to be sort of directing people and seems to have probably would know the most. Yeah, what are you saying? What are you asking?
Hi, darling. I'm sorry to bother you again. We were looking for a couple of our friends. I'm sure you know Oscar. He makes himself very relevant. And then Hiromitsu was supposed to be visiting him, but I can't find either anywhere. And it's been crazy. I'm a little concerned.
Please do not be concerned. Hiromitsu and Oscar. The masters left shortly before you arrived.
How unfortunate. Do you know where they're headed?
Unfortunately, I do not. I apologize. The others checked in on the way out. I know the Death Seer and the Priestess are pauses. Well, I've heard great things about you. I'm sure it's okay for you to know. They are finding a place to hide the burial jar.
They are so clever. I should have thought to warn them of that myself. But like I said, things have been crazy.
Seems Mother Anja's thought of most things. She's doing a very good job.
She is so thorough. I love it. Do you know, did Hiramitsu or Oscar have a driver that they were using tonight, or anyone else that might know where they're headed?
I couldn't tell you.
Important.
If they did, they did not come down here. I do apologize.
Oh, babe, it's not your fault. I just wish they'd left a note or answered my phone calls, but you know how boys are.
If you'd like, I can reach out as soon as I hear back from them or get an update.
That's okay. I'll check in with the rest of the group, and if we need a little extra help, I'll come back and find you. Sound okay?
Absolutely. I am here to serve.
Excellent. Thank you, babe. She'll head back to the rest of the group.
Okay. Yeah, Coder can reconvene.
Last session, I texted the sheriff and I was like, "Hey, we need to meet and talk."
Mm-hmm.
He ever answered me?
Was this after I think you texted him and then he showed up and you delivered.
This was when we were standing in front of the coil and.
Yeah, he would respond. He could say he can try, but it would have to be very quick. Obviously, there's a lot going on, and now he's dealing with the Mithras stuff.
I'll just like text him back and be like, "I'm good at quick" with the winky face.
Yeah, you get a few times where you can see he's typing and stops, and then eventually just I'll let you know when I'm free.
Okay. All right.
Decided to go with professional after probably trying a few other things out and feeling too awkward about it. Okay, you're all together, yeah.
Hiramitsu did not reply to my text message.
Oh, your sexy boyfriend, Mr. Hot Pants.
Yeah, Hot Pants didn't answer me. Surprise, surprise. Probably not his type anyway. But
you never know. Don't sell yourself short.
True. So I got nothing right now. He didn't answer me. I have his phone number, although I don't know if we can track it. I don't know how that works. I don't know if anyone's got any resources that could track it. I guess I could ask the note.
I don't have that type of resource. Your clan is famous for doing stuff like that. Yeah. It's probably easier for you to make calls to Nosferatu. They see everything.
Yeah.
And they're doing everything.
I guess I'll text my Gnosis group, like the group chat where all like the different Gnosis are in, and just be like, can anyone track a phone number with like a question mark? Sent to the group. See if anyone answers me. Because they're all over Berlin, so.
At this point, you've been asking a lot of them, especially just tonight. There's been like 3 or 4 resource heavy missions you've sent them on.
Fair enough.
It's still possible, but I'm gonna let's leave this to a roll because this is you're really running on goodwill now, and them your personal connections with them. So
if we were in person, I could use or dog.
Yeah. I mean, you could still be persuasive through text. So if you want to give me a charisma persuasion.
Yeah, let me see if my computer let me do it because I want to click buttons.
All right.
So you said persuasion and charisma?
Yes.
All right, charisma. No modifiers, right?
No.
Okay.
While Boo is doing that, can I pull Camilla to the side away from Freddie and ask Camilla a serious question?
I got 5.
Sure. Let's resolve this real quick. So yeah, you send this out. Someone's available to do so. Someone could do so fairly easily. So you send them the number, and they said they'll send you coordinates when they have them.
Sweet.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna kind of like, when we all come back, I'm just gonna kind of like tap Camilla on the shoulder and kind of like lead with my finger to like a little corner ducked off. So it's just Boo and Freddie. Camilla.
Yes.
And he's gonna pull out his phone and show you the text about the snakes thing. Are you willing to put down another ministry member if they are doing things that are bringing you guys down? Because I'm pretty sure, and I'm not saying this just because I fucked Pearl. I'm saying this because the Camarilla would like to get rid of the Hecata and this whole thing. And if they are trying to expedite our removal, what's stopping them from trying to get rid of the Setites? Well, sorry, the ministry. It's been a while. Also, the cult. I'm not fond of them, especially after last night. Something needs to be done. And I know you're good at coiling things, no pun intended, around your finger. Perhaps you could sow some seeds of discord or chaos, like Eris.
So you're concerned about whether or not I can deal with a fellow ministry member / entire church of them being dealt with? Is that the first question you have?
Yes.
I know you don't know a lot about how Freddie and I got to know each other, but I have absolutely no trouble personally with making sure I control my chaos and the chaos around me. So if someone else is causing me too many problems, that's not going to work out well for me. So the Church of Set, or the ministry, or whatever you want to call them here, have not made friends with me. And that's fine. That's their own decision. But I have no intention of protecting their asses if they're causing problems. Your second question was along the lines of if I was okay with taking out the cult of Mithras. Yes? I have no problem with that. I don't want to be directly involved. I like to be behind the scenes, but I'm fine with that. And I think they've gone a far way of doing that themselves. So if I need to do a little push, a little shove here to help the Camarilla see that cult of Mithras is a lot worse than the Hecata, I'm fine doing that.
Because if push comes to shove, and they're really trying to take out the family, and he's actually going to lean in closer to you, not just the family, but me. I will ash every last one of them. And I need to make sure, if this does happen, he'll smile, do I have your support behind it?
Are you questioning my commitment to the coterie, Dario?
No.
Or my commitment to you?
Camilla, don't do this tonight. You like to push buttons. This is the button you don't want to push. I have not questioned your loyalty or your judgment, and I won't do that. I'm asking you, if the rubber needs to hit the road, will you help me start this fire?
I don't see why not.
You're quite good at it. You're good at pushing buttons and sowing seeds. Do what you're good at. Also, you look radiant tonight.
You can save your compliments for Pearl. That's where you need them.
As soon as you say that, he will kind of like lean in, like right behind your neck. Are you jealous?
That you sow more chaos than I do? A little bit.
Well, you're more than welcome to jump on the train. Besides, you like to ground people, so you can ground my chaos, as you say, so eloquently put it. Besides, we need a beautiful face for this movement.
I was going to leave that for Fred. I think we have a couple kindred to find, Dario.
We do. And
with
he
that,
will
go ahead.
He will bop Camilla on the nose, and then he'll turn around and walk back towards the group.
What is the next step? Where's the coterie heading?
Can we go up top and maybe see if any of the ghouls working security up there saw where Oscar went? Also, somebody tell Oscar that we want to hang out, and maybe the urgency of that thought will...
I'll do it. That's not a problem.
Honestly, the fact that I called him should have been enough.
That is the most alarming thing that I've seen.
It's very worrying. Either he's doing the deeds or he's figured it out, which I think it's more likely he's doing it. I don't know.
Dario will send Oscar a text message and say, hey, want to hang out, but if you're with your girlfriend, I understand.
Yeah. There's no response from Oscar. The ghouls upstairs saw Hiromitsu and Oscar get into an SUV and leave.
Do they remember what it looked like, the plates?
No.
Was it Hiromitsu's SUV that he arrived in?
It was a nice black SUV. There was a driver. Yes, it was Hiromitsu's.
Did you have a general direction of where they went?
They point in the direction of the street they went, but I mean...
That doesn't do shit. All right. I'm concerned, concerned very, very gravely. But priorities. Oscar's kindred. He can take care of himself.
But
I
want to put this out there that maybe Hiromitsu's the one we want to be concerned about his safety, because Oscar seems to know a lot of things that are interconnected with this situation.
Correct, but we do not know where to find either. And I'm concerned. And he's going to kind of glance from Camilla to Boo and just kind of motion with River. I don't like what I saw on the camera. I don't like that. That needs to be dealt with. And I want to make sure that everyone's ghouls or friends are protected. Camilla, Edith was poisoned. We were almost set ablaze while Freddy slept.
I'm sorry.
Not a bad thing.
He'll hear that, but he chooses to ignore it. They have to feel my wrath. Or anyone's. Or I like Boo's idea. Take off their hands. Make them into shadow puppets. I don't fucking care. They will rule the day. Fucking with people.
So where are we heading?
Do we have an idea then of where the Thin Bloods might be? Because they seem to be the ones that have River.
No, but Lena would have that information.
Yeah.
But are we going to travel out to God knows where to find out what she knows and hope that she doesn't kill us in the process? Maybe you can bargain with her. Maybe you can tell her.
If it seems like Oscar has a way to get rid of the beast shards, I mean, that's a bargaining chip. And if Oscar will do it for us if we ask. So
that's fair.
So
if he's not behind all of this.
That's what I'm saying, Boo. That's what I'm saying. He's obviously way more into this than he should be for as stupid as he acts.
Hold on. Somebody asked Oscar a favor. Has he ever turned down anyone who was interested in any positive reinforcement from him?
No.
I just think that maybe we should think it's more likely that he got in over his head trying to make friends.
I mean, That is an idea because Oscar is so sweet.
Mm.
But
He's also very dumb, so he wouldn't know if he was involved in something like this.
Okay, but hear me
you
out.
would know about that, wouldn't you, Freddie?
But hear me out real quick. So when all this was happening in the club with the Thin Bloods and the Ash, we all had to go through Oscar's
room.
And also somebody on the inside got him in. And they didn't name names, but I'm suspicious.
Very. He took us to that club where.
What are your suspicions?
Where we met Lena, right?
Yes.
Which club? The one we had the party in?
Yes, the one you moshed in.
The Anarch Club.
You moshed in, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
We've let him close to us, and he's heard us over talking. He's overheard us talking about things because we didn't feel the need to guard around him.
Exactly.
Who better to be the mole?
Boo, I'm glad you were listening to me.
Because it's not that I don't trust him, it's just that I don't trust him.
It's just that we don't trust anyone.
No.
That's rule number 1 of Kindred Society. You don't trust any kindred.
And I've left him alone with River multiple times, and I love River, but he's also an idiot. And I think 2 idiots together, I think Oscar could be playing up his idiocy, his idiocracy?
Idiocy? Either one.
Yeah.
Was a movie.
So I currently have somebody tracking Hiromitsu's number. I don't know if it's back with anything, but I have someone looking into it.
All
but
right,
for now, I think Lena is going to be
the best
probably
bet.
our best lead. But I do not trust her at all.
No, she's Freddie's girlfriend.
Because she can do the weird voodoo, I'm not who I see, who you see, I am seeing.
Oh, yeah, about that. So you were able to see that?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Boo, you get a response. They've tracked the phone to the Hakata Haven.
His phone's here. Hiromitsu's phone is here. Can I go to where the phone is?
It doesn't pinpoint that much, but
it's just in the haven.
Yeah, you don't remember seeing it in Oscar's room, but Hiromitsu has a room here. You could go back. You can ask the ghouls about it. You got options. What do you want to do?
I'll just tell him. I'm like, Hiromitsu's phone is in this building. I don't know if that means he's in this building or he ditched it because he knows I have his number.
Or someone ditched it for him.
You know what, Boo? That's a very fair thing to point out. Retrieve his phone now. I want to look in it before we could set off.
Well, we're gonna have to try to find it because I don't have exact coordinations. I just know it's here. So we either need to go check his room, check Oscar's room. I can try calling it if anyone hears it.
That's what I'm saying. Go to Hiromitsu's room.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna do a passage and silence.
Okay, it's another rouse check.
Yeah. Let me see if I can click my own buttons tonight.
Ready?
Oh.
Okay. Well, let's resolve this real quick. So you head in. You don't get hungrier. Cool. Invisible, quiet. Get to the bottom of the steps. The one like ghoul in charge seems to be there. And turns. He goes, Master Boo, I understand that you are trying to be obfuscated, but we do have things in place to. Security is very high. Is there something I can assist you with?
I need to go to Hiromitsu's room.
May I ask what for?
I have an inkling that he left his phone.
Oh, no, he gave his phone to me when he was leaving with Master Oscar.
Say the reason why?
He just asked me to get rid of it for him. He said he did not need it anymore.
Can I have it?
May I ask why? You understand that there's Hiromitsu and Master Oscar ranking members here, given their lineage and whatnot. So I hesitate to go against them.
I get that. Can I activate awe?
Yeah.
Don't you
Activate
route
all.
that?
Give me another persuasion or
Charisma?
yeah.
All right, let's see what I can do. Oh.
4 successes, and then you'll be adding your presence to that as well, actually. That's enough. That's fine. Yeah, so you ask nicely in your charming way that Boo does. Yeah, yes. Just if anyone asks, this did not happen. He hands you
Of course not.
hands you the phone.
Thank you. Have a good evening, and I'll turn around and walk back to the group.
You too,
And,
Master Boo.
I'll tell him. I'm like, he left his phone with the head ghoul in charge. I got it.
Bitch.
But I have it, so
Let me see it.
You want to flip through it?
Yes.
I'll see if there's anything on it. I'm assuming he probably wiped it, though.
Pictures, anything, dick pics. I want to see it, everything. Notes, whatever's in there.
Yeah.
There's one. Most things seem to have been wiped. There is one message thread that was not wiped to a. Well, I wouldn't say unknown number because you have this number in your phones. It's Oscar's number. From Hiromitsu to Oscar saying, I need to talk to you about your grandsire. And then Oscar saying, hey, like whatever it is, like I don't want to be in the middle of it. I hope you're doing all right, man. We miss you around here. Hope you're turning up in Tokyo or whatever. And then Hiromitsu just cutting through the bullshit and saying, I'm meeting you tonight to be at the Haven. And that's it. And then another just Oscar, like, yeah, that'll be, I didn't realize you were back already. It'll be awesome to see you, blah, blah, blah.
All right. I don't like any of that. That's it. He will need a steak when I see him. And I will bring him to Mother Lodger. And I say, if you want the camera off your back, give it to him.
Which one, though, is what I'm still. Which one are you staking?
Just do both for safe measures.
You want?
That's fine.
Okay, stake them all. Anything else you want to do at the Hakata Haven before leaving?
Do we want to see more? Do we want to try to find Mora or oh wait, what's her name? Is it Mora?
Mora's the Death Seer, the Priestess
Mora.
of Bones, and Gunther's Bauer. They are gone. They were given an assignment.
That's
to
right.
hide
They
the
went to
burial
go.
jar.
Yeah. Right. They went to go do that. Right. They Lena.
Want to contact her?
Freddie, before you call her, I want to make sure something very clear before we go. There's a possibility that we might be staking and or giving your girlfriend a final death. Are you all right with that?
Yeah.
He's doing this to everyone. Don't be uncomfortable.
Oh. Okay.
Boo, you watch out. The sheriff might be next. Who knows?
I mean, I danced with her and we kissed. And
wait. Fuck off, Camilla. I'm trying to do this the proper way now. Come on.
Shades off.
You know what? All right, let's go. He's just gonna and just start power walking to the car.
Now you make Dad mad.
With that, hopping into the car with Donovan, you are heading outside the city to the mountains to meet up with Lena. As we'll take a break, we'll jump in, see where things go from there in a little bit. Bye. We are back. A coterie heading to the Alps, a couple hours outside of Munich, to a location near a popular sort of hiking spot / lodge, but not that actual particular one that you were given by Leno. You're gonna have a little bit of a road trip. Might have to camp out there. We'll see how quickly things turn around. It's still kind of early in the night. But are you letting her know that you're coming?
Yeah. Boo said to text her, so I'll shoot a text that
Don't get shot down or anything crazy.
on my way.
What are you're just saying on your way?
And then, I might add, do you think if I tell her we might have a lead on the getting rid of the beast shards, that might be good to let her know? If we want to use that piece for leverage later, it might keep her from running away.
I'd say use it for later. Giving her any type of edge is not wise.
It would just be to like show her now, not to like leave where she is because we have something helpful. But I won't send it.
It's your choice, darling. It's your friend.
I'll also leave it up to you whether you want to let her know that you're bringing your friends.
Yeah, I'll just say on my way.
She would ask alone ? In response to that.
I'll just say no.
I think if you're gonna give her the truth on that, you might as well give her the truth on the fact that we have something to trade, and that's why all of us are there.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll also add have a lead on solving the beast shard problem.
You get back, I will let them know. Okay. Assuming, I'm sure there'll be some conversation, but you've talked enough and we got stuff to do. So we're going to arrive in the mountains hours later. You sort of have to park a bit of ways, and you have to, it's a bit of like an actual legitimate hike to sort of get to where you're going. Does anyone want to do anything on the way there? Is there anything you're preparing? Is anyone?
I would drop Fred. I just want to voice that.
You have Fred with you or not with you?
With me.
Fred is with you. Dario, do you have your homunculus and your zombie with you?
I will say yes, and I have a couple of stakes, and I have my special with me.
Got some firepower. Got it.
I'm probably in Unseen Passage and Silence of Death, and I can rouse.
Child of Death. What?
Sorry.
I won that.
That sounds like a great ritual.
I will activate
Great
Child
ritual.
of Death. Yeah, give me a rouse.
Silence of Death. My brain's trying today.
Your brain improved it.
Did I do it?
A little hungrier. You're at hunger
Okay.
3 now.
Okay.
So doing these things, heading up. It's dark. You don't see any other hikers because it's dangerous to hike in the dark. So other people are not doing it. Eventually, you can hear it before you see it. You can hear just the sounds of like general merriment, and talking and murmuring, coming around to sort of tucked on a cliffside is this pretty decent sized like lodge looking building. You can see solar panels on the roof. There's some lights on inside, and some fire pits around one. They sort of have like a beer garden set up around one side with some fire pits. Quite a few people there. You see, where's my thing? Yeah, on your approach, you guys are in the dark, but you can see sort of huddled around fires. There's a lot of people in sort of bundled up in knit sweaters or coats huddled around. You can hear some singing going on. Freddie recognized some German drinking songs. And then the laughter just sort of echoes across the rocks and cliffs that just sort of filling this big open nature with just sounds of joy. What would you like to do? As this is, you're sort of going to have to pass through this, but the location you got coordinates, not an address, I'll say. Seems to be a spot along the trail, deeper into the mountains.
Freddie would just try to walk past it,
Yeah.
avoiding looking at the fire so she doesn't freak out unless everybody else has a different plan, but that's...
Yeah, you want to try to just kind of circumvent the whole place and just find the trail on the other side and keep going?
Yep.
Easy enough. Yeah. Keep a wide berth. Go around, stumble around in the dark a little bit before you find the trail again. There is a couple of women sort of at the trailhead talking. You can see they have beers in their hands. One of them has like those little headlamps on, and she's you could tell by her shirt that she's like a trail guide. She probably works here. And upon approach, you can see the little light from the headlamp wash over your group. And she just says to the other, "Okay, yeah, I'll be seeing you then." And she looks at the rest of you. She says in English, sort of squinting at your group for a little bit, and you can see she's sort of a cheery-looking woman, probably 20s, doesn't look very old. Big curly hair with a little beanie, just keeping some of it in check. And you could tell she's a pretty sturdy, athletic build too, very like nature type. And she just says, "The trails are closed. It's a bit late, to be out. It's dangerous out there. Sorry. I mean, really, this is the place to be now, anyway."
I'm going to use Majesty.
Okay. That is. Let's do some rousing. It's like the no nonsense. You do get hungrier. You're at hunger 3, but this woman is now in awe of you and will likely do whatever you request of her.
Darlin, have you seen anyone else go past here earlier this evening?
Yeah.
While it's still dark.
Yeah, people from the camp. Indigo just came through, picked up some supplies, and went on his way.
Oh, our friend Indigo. That's actually who we're about to go see. Do you all have any other questions?
Nope.
Well, we are about to go see Indigo, so I'm sure you'll let us pass. I appreciate your care for our safety, but...
Oh, yeah, if you're with the other group, go right ahead. I'm sorry I got in your way. I really am.
No.
Don't know what I was thinking.
It's not our safety you need to worry about, sweetheart. I appreciate you.
Okay, what? Okay. Here, and she takes off her headlamp. You're going to need something.
I was about to ask for that.
You are heaven sent. Thank you so much.
It looks a little silly, but man, if anyone can pull it off, right? She'll hand it to you.
Thank you, sweetheart. You be safe now, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who's putting on the headlamp?
I'm not going to put it on, but I'm going to hold it down below. Okay, Freddie can put it on.
I mean, I'll probably do an investigation, as we, so it makes sense for me to have it.
Okay.
You get 1 extra die.
Freddie puts on the headlamp, and I assume Freddie's leading the way then.
Yeah.
I guess, and there he'll make a comment about walking on this trail with his Versace boots on.
Every so often you hear St. Michael stumble. He's not quite sure-footed enough for trails like this, but he hasn't fallen off. He seems to be staying close behind.
He also has burnt body
messed up
bits.
leg. Yeah. But he's chugging along. Luckily, he doesn't get tired.
He still has his Fez hat on, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Freddie, give me a wits investigation. Or
Cool.
wits awareness, I should say.
Can I do with survival or not?
Can I do what's investigate or what's awareness?
This particular thing would be awareness.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do it.
You could do it too if you want.
Yes, please.
I only got one.
Why not? I'll throw my hat in it.
Sure.
I can try. I'm kind of pulling up the back invisibly, so I'll give myself a
check. So awareness and my wits.
I know shit.
I got 2, but I will burn a willpower. Oh, hold on. Well, hold on. Willpower reroll. 3. So I got 3 total.
Okay. So you're heading along. Like I said, trail it is a little treacherous. But with Freddy's guidance, I'm going to assume Freddy's just good enough to keep you all on the trail, warn you of any rocks, roots, and things like that. It sort of goes through these gorges. You're sort of along a cliff. Luckily, the trail's pretty well maintained, despite being very rocky and treacherous. You can hear water running beneath you, though you can't quite see it at your height. Luckily, most times it's like a cliff face for you to sort of balance yourself if you ever get a little wobbly up there. But you're moving along, and Camilla would hear something like a rock fall up ahead. You hear something happening. You hear rocks and then a creaking of rope. And then up, as you start to approach, you can see there's a rope bridge leading across one of the chasms. And you listen, and the noise went quiet for a little bit. But there was definitely something straining. You heard someone is on the other side of this bridge, most definitely.
I don't think our passage up ahead is necessarily safe or unguarded. Sounds like someone's messing with that rope bridge up ahead. And honestly, I'm not particularly fond of crossing running water, so there's a whole lot of problems with this plan.
You can't cross running water?
I can, but
Is it your thing?
One of a couple.
Okay.
We try to just confront the person over there, or should we try to cross anyway, or
is there another way around? I mean, well, we're in a gorge.
It's a gorge, yeah, so I mean, I can try to cross to see if it's safe. Actually, I will be okay. If I fall, I'll be fine. So
are you sure you want to do that to yourself?
Yeah, I've done it before.
Daddy, I don't want you to get hurt.
I just told you I'll be fine if I fall.
Little birds have to leave the nest. Do what you must do.
Okay. Yeah, I will go ahead and just get ready to use whatever it's called. Slow fall.
Mm-hmm.
Weight of the feather. Get ready to use that as I start to cross.
Give me wits awareness.
Four successes.
Ooh, 4. You could see with your headlamp, you're carefully looking at the bridge, looking across. You can see the other side. No one's there. You sort of look back at the group, look back again, and your light catches something, and you look up, and you can see it's sort of hidden up along the cliff, a little outcropping, sort of just hanging on. Is an individual in the same hoodie you saw from the video that threw River in the van. Just sort of like perched at the side. At this not like necessarily like spider climb perch, like they're physically hanging on to like this something. Though you're not sure how they got up there, but they're there and they seem to be lying in wait and pretty well hidden. But you still spot them.
Do we see that, or it's
No.
just Freddy? Okay.
Just Freddy.
Okay.
And you're on the bridge as you see this.
This is a bad spot for me to be in. Boo, can you come here and spot me?
I'll walk, like, I'll kind of like walk past whoever's like near me, but I'm still in
Sure.
unseen passage.
Yeah, you're still invisible.
Oh, I forgot you were unseen. Oh well.
I mean, I'm coming.
That's okay. I'll still.
Okay, you call back for Boo. You
Boo's
can
still
hear. Actually, you don't hear Boo's footsteps, so you have no idea when Boo gets there or not.
I just want to look for Boo. I just want to shine the headlamp on the person so that Boo can notice them hiding. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boo also give me a wits awareness.
All right. I'm going to try my best.
That's the spirit.
I'm gonna sit there, I guess, since me and Camilla are backwards.
I'm going to spend a willpower. How do I do that?
It's all
You cannot, because that was all hunger dice. Willpower is only regular dice. So.
Oh, okay.
I'll make a little comment about, you see my boots. I mean, even though we've been walking through this gravel, my boots are still pretty good. How are your shoes?
Oh, my heels are doing just fantastic. Thank you for asking.
I didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything.
You turn towards Boo. Yeah, and you don't know that Boo didn't see anything. So looking around, you glance up just in time to see their hand is outstretched towards you, towards the bridge. And that's when you hear the rope snap. And you feel the bridge give out from underneath you. Both of you feel this.
I guess I wouldn't be able to stop Boo from getting on the bridge.
No, because I was
yeah.
Yep.
So you're on a bridge that is you feel that's kind of feeling in your stomach, like when a roller coaster drops. You start to get that feeling as the bridge starts to go.
Once I say Boo, like to check if they're there, because
There's an action you can do very quickly. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna say, oh shit.
Can I grab Boo once I hear that?
Well, what's Boo doing?
I was probably trying to grab a rope, like trying to like grab any part of the bridge that I think is gonna hold up on, like if it falls, like hopefully where it's attached to the other side, like I'll be able to hold on to it to come back up. I don't know what type of bridge it is.
It's a rope bridge. It looked like it was sturdy enough, but clearly has been tampered with. You can hang on to something. It might hold you. You also have soaring leap. Pro tip that you could probably make it across if you want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, if I can jump it, if I think I can make it. I didn't know if I'd be able to if it was far enough for where I wouldn't be able to like leap that. But if I can leap it, I'm gonna try to leap it.
Yeah, no, you have a good soaring leap. So it is leap distance. It'll be a roll still because it is like pushing it and you're jumping off of like a falling unsteady thing.
Okay.
But it's doable if you want to give me a strength athletics and then with a +3 modifier.
Strength athletics and then 3.
Can I see any of this happening?
Are you kidding me?
Well, let's resolve what's there are things happening immediately. So I want to see what they're doing and then you can react. Freddie, what are you doing? So you hear oh shit. You can kind of grab in that direction, but Boo's probably going to be midair.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
say if I can't, I'll say I'm jumping.
4 successes enough. Yeah, I just remember, oh shit, I'm jumping, and then you can.
Okay. I've already done my action to have my fall be fine, right?
Yeah, you have weight of the feather. You won't take fall damage.
Yeah.
I know if there's anything else you wanted to do. If you want to try to stop yourself from falling in the first place, because it's still a long way down. You'll be separated from the group. But
Yeah, I'll try
you'll
to
survive.
get back on the use it to just throw myself back onto.
Just try to angle it to where kind of work.
How far on the bridge did I get before I spotted this person? I would assume not far if they're on that side.
No, you're like halfway across. You're like in the middle.
If they cut it from one side, I'll just hold on because I'm not going to take damage from swinging. So I'll just
That could work.
hold on.
Do you want to do anything to help you hold? Or you just want to do a straight?
You want to
Hold
Indiana
check.
Jones style this?
Yeah, obviously.
Love it. Go for it, babe.
What were you gonna say, Zach? Sorry.
Are you doing anything to help you hold, or are you just want to do a straight hold on to
Can I
this
do
thing?
a feral weapon to?
That's pretty much what I was asking. Yes. So
Yeah, that's what
do
I
a
figured.
rouse check. Then give me strength athletics.
Okay.
I don't know if 4 is in.
It'll be a lower difficulty since you're using feral weapons.
Okay. What did you say? Strength athletics?
Yes. That is enough. Okay, so Boo, you jump off. You don't have the steadiest launch pad, but it's enough. You got strong legs, and you launch yourself. You hit kind of hard on the edge, but there's more of your upper body makes it across, and you can sort of hold on. There's still on the other side, like the supports in the rock that you just can grab onto and quickly scramble up. Freddy, as this thing starts to fall, you just pop your claws and you turn and just dig them into the bridge, holding on as it comes, and it slams into the side. But you activate a weight of a feather, so the momentum does not really affect you. So you don't take any damage and you don't get shook off, and you can start scrambling up if you would like.
Can I shout out before we fall? Thin blood on the cliff, like just to let.
Yeah. So that happens. As Dario and Camilla are comparing shoes, you hear the rope snap, you hear them yell out, and the bridge falls.
Since she told me where he is, can I look at him? Can I do I see him when can I scan since she's told me that he's up on the cliff?
You can. You look up and you see him scrambling up the cliff. You don't have a light source, so it's dark. There's enough of a moon out where you can make up, but it's easy to lose them as well. But they seem to. You see, as they almost like soaring leap themselves, they jump, but it's weird to where they're using more of their hands. They're like propelling themselves up. But yeah, you see that.
I'll just say, I know you have my friend super loud, so I know for a fact they heard me, and I would like to activate Vanish.
Okay, so you yell at him, which breaks your obfuscate, and then you vanish again.
Yeah.
Rouse check.
Yep.
Dario,
I didn't realize I
Camilla.
was still in obfuscate. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh yeah. I mean, you just jumped. You didn't really interact with anything.
Oh, I didn't know. For some reason, I thought when I jumped that it would have.
I don't know. Some people act like everything breaks obfuscate, but like as written, it really has to be kind of purposeful. Like you have to you have to interact with a person, not a thing. Because you can open doors and stuff with obfuscate. People are just so weird about.
How far is the tree where the guy is propelling himself up?
There's no tree there. He was just it's you can't see it. You're in the complete other side of the bridge. Like Freddy walked halfway across the bridge before even sort of barely spotting him. And you guys don't have a light source either. Your light source is dangling below, so you guys can't see across.
Can I use Eyes of the Beast?
Yes, with Eyes of the Beast, you can see across.
And I should have done that from the beginning, and I apologize.
Sorry, I forgot you had it too, or else I would have reminded you.
Is Freddy hanging on my side, or is she hanging on their side?
Their side.
Okay.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, because he broke it on his side, so it would have swung.
Oh, I thought he was on our side.
No.
No, he was across the other side.
He's across the
So I
chasm.
swung back that way. Oh, okay. Annoying, but whatever. Cool.
So Boo,
Camilla
you
and
yell out at him, and then you disappear. You don't get hungrier. Camilla, eyes of the beast. You see, you can even see like a predator in the night. You can see her eyes glow a little bit as you peer across. You can see, you saw who Boo shouted up to before Boo disappeared, and you can see someone in a hoodie sort of throwing themselves up this cliff, just maybe a few yards at a time.
Camilla, what do you see, darling?
I see our little hoodie friend propelling himself along the, I don't know what word to use, is run along the cliff somehow. But I think we're going to need to find another way across.
I thought you'd never ask. Storyteller. Is there a tree nearby this bridge area?
No, it's pretty much just rock and cliff.
Just rock.
Mhm.
Fuck. Well, there goes that plan. Oh boy. But he's on the other side? He's not near us.
No. He's on
Correct.
the side.
He's on the other side.
Shit.
Actually, I have pictures. This is greenery. You know what? Yeah, I'll say this is a tree. I'll give you a tree.
Okay. I would like to use St. Michael to knock that tree down so we can get across.
Oh, yeah. There's not like a huge, like I said, this is a decent size. A tree wouldn't reach. And also, St. Michael I don't think it's strong enough to knock a tree down.
He's not.
No, I mean, let's look.
Because if it can, if it's allowed, I got a plan if that is the case to make it easier for him.
I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure.
It's all up to you. Because we're getting across. And now I got more of a reason to kill somebody.
No, yeah, they have an average. They're strong, but not supernaturally strong.
And the tree is not big enough or wide enough for that to happen?
No.
Okay, never mind. Oh shit, there goes out 2 of my plans. My bad.
I like where your head's at, though.
Camilla, is there any way that you can do something to stop our little friend from going anywhere?
Freddie, at this point, you'd be with Dario and Camilla as well.
Is he still trying to get away, or?
I mean, you can't see it, but if you ask Camilla, yeah, he's heading up. Boo, what are you doing?
Can I see him going up?
Mm-hmm.
Could I climb up after him?
Yeah.
Will I be able to stay obfuscated?
Probably, if you climb well.
All right, I want to attempt.
If you end up like knocking over loose rocks and stuff like that, you'll reveal yourself. But you can see he's heading towards, like, you can see where the cliff, it probably winds, the trail winds around. You can see the cliff or the trail continue, and he's heading up towards that. Like, so you can see where he's going. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to catch up to him.
Strength athletics.
Oh boy, let's see. Strength and athletics.
Or you can. Are you doing regular climbing, or are you trying to leap as well?
Oh, I don't know if I trust myself enough to leap without jacking stuff up.
Yeah, leap would be much more likely to break obfuscate, but it's faster of getting up. But if you want to go up more stealth-like, that's going to be just a straight climb.
Oh, he's moving pretty fast because he's doing the weird hand junk, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll try to leap for him.
Okay. Same thing. Yeah, I guess so. Give me strength athletics, and I'll keep that in mind. There's a difficulty threshold where if you mess it up, you'll knock over rocks and break obfuscate.
Do I have any modifiers? Okay.
Yeah, let's make this a straight roll.
Uh-oh. I got the B. What?
Well, actually, you could have a modifier for when you use prowess as well to add your potions.
Yeah, I already rolled though.
That's fine. I'll roll 3 more for you. It's also
Okay.
going to be a rouse check, though.
Okay, that's fine.
So 1 more, 3. Well, that's good. 3 is what you need, and you don't get hungrier. So you leap, picking the spots where you know you could just like grab on and not like knock things over or do anything. Pretty quickly, he's definitely reaches it first, reaches where the trail continues and keeps heading up. But you reach that same spot, hot on his heels, and I assume are pursuing him.
Yeah, I want to try to grab his ankle or grab onto him.
Okay. Yeah, so you're running down the trail after him then. Back the other side. What are you 3 doing?
Freddy, are you alright?
Yeah, I told you I was fine. And then
God.
Freddy immediately goes, I want to do some kind of, I don't know if it'll be survival or investigation or what it would be, but just to
For another way?
figure out a way across.
Yeah. Give me wits survival.
Can I do one as well? I have survival.
Sure.
All right, let's try it with me. It probably won't be needed, but
5 successes.
four successes.
So you remember a little bit back. You have remembering the terrain and the layout. There were points where the 2 sides came pretty close. They came jumpable, but it would just be rather precarious. And it wasn't really even terrain. You'd have to go off the trail a little bit, and then you might be able to jump and then climb back to the trail. Obviously, this bridge was built in the one sort of place where they could find 2 flat things to do it, but that's an option. Or if you want to really take your time, you might be able to just go like all the way back and hit a different trail. You know, there's a few different trails heading this way, but that'd be quite the detour.
Boo is alone over there. Your shoes are fucked, and I start heading towards the
Are you saying
precarious.
that to me or to Camilla?
Both of you.
Oh, no.
Mostly you, though. You're the one complaining about it.
They are $1,000 Versace boots.
And you wore them to the mountains. I don't know what to tell you. And Freddie's like clearing a path as we're walking.
Yeah.
So
Freddy will bushwhack a little bit to the spot off the path where you can attempt to jump. So we're just doing one roll to sort of encompass the jumping and climbing and everything. So we're not doing a bunch of skill tests here because this isn't D&D. It's just going to be strength. I'll let you. Yeah, it's strength athletics. It's jumping, it's climbing, it's hitting that wheelhouse. If there's anything you guys want to do to help your chances on that, please let me know.
I don't know how this would work, but can that be set up so that I am leading, and if one of them fucks up, I can reach down to catch them?
Yeah, if you want to jump first and just wait there instead of climbing up to like reach out and like catch them as they jump, you can do that.
Yeah, that way maybe it makes theirs easier, or I can, if they fuck up.
We'll start with Freddy's strength athletics.
And then I'll just kind of, Camilla, you can go next.
Your zombie is going to be a little more difficult. It's going to be like you might have to straight like throw him across and get Freddy to catch him. Or have the zombie throw you. That could work too. He is strong enough to help that way.
He is.
Claws out, do it so.
Yeah, claws, fair weapons can still be out. I'm fine with that.
Great.
So yeah, start with Freddy's. And who's going next? Freddie
mean,
makes it across fine.
Sorry.
I guess I'll go.
Oh, Camilla.
Is my extra great eyesight help me pick the perfect spot?
There's only one spot, and it's not that great, but at least you'll be able to see the rocks coming should you fall.
Yes. Perfect.
Do you want a blood surge for this?
Ooh.
You're at 3 hunger.
I am at 3 hunger.
You also might leap to your death.
I
We can
also
believe in the
might leap-
dice.
I don't believe in the dice, but I'll take my chances anyway. Let's blood surge.
Just blood surge for fun.
Just for fun.
You don't get
Gotta
hungry.
Make sure it's for fun.
All right.
It was for fun.
Thank you for
It was
letting me
for
know.
fun. Now I have a whole 3 dice.
Uh-oh.
One
Blood
success. Oh, also, this is running water. So you're going to have to spend a point of willpower to cross this. Which I'll just go ahead
I
and mark
forgot.
off.
Thank you for remembering.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, this is really, really unnerving. You probably turn off Eyes of the Beast just so you're less aware of what's going on. And throw yourself 1 success. You can willpower reroll one of those dice if you'd like.
How much willpower do I have left?
4.
Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah, I'll re-roll.
Freddie, this is now up to you. Camilla has failed her roll.
Yep.
Strength, athletics.
Claws out, because if it
Claws
hurts
out,
her, I don't.
that will help the difficulty, but also it's going to be kind of a high difficulty because you're hanging on to a cliff and reaching out. So if you want a blood surge, it's up to you.
Yeah, just for fun.
Okay, 1 fun surge.
That's just a rouse, right?
Yep.
And it
Get
wasn't
hungrier?
that fun for me.
So do your check, add 2. I will keep the claws in mind for your difficulty.
It's Camilla's Louis Vuittons. It is Camilla's Louis Vuittons. That is the reason.
Camilla's Louis Vuittons are not the reason. It's
3.
He's 1 strength and 1 athletic.
I can't. Okay, I have 3 and I can't reroll.
Can't do anything about that, but that's fine because there's what you need. So barely. Luckily, your claws digging into the side of the cliff. You reach out, just getting Camilla's wrist. She hits below you kind of hard, but enough to where better the rock than far below. As she manages to then orient herself, grab on, and go. Dario.
He's going to oh shit. I don't want to get my shoes even further ruined. Saint Michael.
Shoes.
Are you saying that across the
Yeah.
Saint Michael? You throw me across.
Okay. Give me strength athletics for Dario.
Okay.
Be assisted by St. Michael.
Okay. Strength. You said athletics?
Yes.
Strength. I'm going to surge real quick. For funsies. Let's see. Oh, I got it.
All right. You don't get hungrier?
Oh, athletics. Add strength. Add 2. Okay. I have a messy crit 6.
With that, plus St. Michael's assistance, you go flying across this. You land well above where Freddie even landed, smacking into the cliff, but keeping your wits about you and able to climb up. Messy critical. I'm going to say because of the messy critical, St. Michael really threw you. I'm going to say take 1 superficial damage. You hit hard, but you're there. And so with that, the 3 start climbing up back to the trail by the bridge. Then we'll cut back to Boo, pursuing this person, the hoodie, who's running down the trail. And It turns and it comes to actually. I got pictures.
Ooh.
I didn't finish these, but I forgot I started it. Eventually, it comes around. It flattens out a little bit. We're no longer on a cliff, and you can see this building, this sort of boxy white and teal roofed building, nestled along the cliff, and you can see you're on this person's tail, but they're also running as fast as you are. You see them sprint into this building, but you're right behind them.
I won't go into the building.
Okay. Actually, I'll give you. You did say you wanted to grab them. I'll give you a chance to see if you can grab. You round the corner. You see they're heading towards that building. But I'll give you a shot at this if you want to give me a strength athletics.
Yep. Give me 1 second.
And then add 3.
Oops, I didn't add.
Just re-roll and add 3.
Okay, give me a second.
You have prowess going.
3 successes.
So they're starting to get close to the building. You see they're making that final sprint to get in there. You just leap and just land hard on the back of them. Obfuscate disappearing, but they slam hard into the ground.
Can I attempt to punch him to knock him out?
Strength brawl.
All right. Three successes.
So they turn. You see Indigo's face. As he turns, reaches a hand out. You feel this invisible force stopping you, and then you just push through it, just crack him in the jaw. Fuck. He's not knocked out. You did knock a tooth out. But yeah. As he turns and looks, and you're there, fists up. He goes, wait, you went river, right?
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, if you don't give me river in the next 15 minutes, I will chop both your hands off.
Why am I not surprised?
You're not the first, and you won't be the last. I can promise you that.
Look, Boo, we aren't the bad guys.
Then why are you shoving my guy in the back of the
begging
van?
you for help? We're like you. We're pawns in all of this shit. These situations are exactly why we had to turn to using your kind, using the kindred for our drugs, to even the playing field. You especially know how you hoard your secrets. All we want to do is make enlightenment available to everyone. I mean, is that so wrong, Boo? But of course, you don't give a fuck if it doesn't affect you, right? Well, now it does. How do you like it?
First of all, shut the fuck up. Second of all, I know what it's like. Obviously, look at my fucking face, dude. Like, I can't exist in society. So, we with your pity party, I could give a shit less. Second of all, if you would have come to me one-on-one to talk to me about help, maybe I would have been in your favor. But instead, you're going to bring all that shit up in my club and then try to trap me in a room with my boy and try to cause a bunch of fucking problems. That's not how you ask for help. I don't know where you learned that. Maybe the Institute is fucking failing you. Third of all, if you're really like trying to be on level playing field, why are you shoving my dude in the back of a fucking SUV with fucking security cameras watching you? You didn't think
you guys don't give a fuck unless it affects you personally. So that's what we have to do. Make sure it affects you personally. No, we were counting on it. We were fucking counting on it.
Cool. I'm gonna say one more thing to you before we're gonna end this conversation. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna try to punch him as hard as I can again.
Okay, give me another strength brawl.
Let's see.
I'm gonna roll his.
Do I have anything? Can I surge?
Yeah, you still have your prowess going.
Is that a plus anything?
I don't remember if it's a plus to damage or. Let me double check.
Yeah.
No, you add it to damage. So yeah, so it's the roll is the same.
Okay, cool. 4 successes.
Okay, so you come down hard again. The same thing as you feel your whole body lift for a second as he has his hands. He just starts pushing you, telekinetically. But then you just come down with an elbow, cracking him square in the forehead, and upper bridge of his nose just shattering. As his blood starts going everywhere. Not enough margin to straight up knock him out. Then, as he just starts sort of scrambling to his feet.
Nope. No. We're not doing that.
I hope the beast shards destroy your whole fucking city. And he just starts concentrating again. Rocks around him start shaking and moving as he's getting ready to just launch them at you.
Can I tackle him?
Yeah, you could go for another strength brawl.
Also, I'm going like full mouth open. Like if I make contact with him, I think we're gonna end this.
Okay.
My attempt to
go for
it. What would you say it was a what?
Strength brawl.
Strength brawl. Okay. And that was nothing added or anything like that.
It'll be added to your damage.
4. Can I burn a willpower?
You can. I'll be nice and letting you know he did not roll any successes on his, so you don't have to. So he starts launching these rocks at you, and you just go sort of hands up, just taking them on your forearms. Not enough to do damage. Get up close to him enough to just one more haymaker. That just knocks him out cold. But you don't even let him reach the ground. As you haymaker, your other hand coming in and just like catching him and pulling him up into a bite. And if you would like, you can begin draining him.
I've learned my lesson from drinking people that do ash. So I just want to bite him enough to make it not cool. And then I want to drag his ass into the bushes and we're going to hang out because I know my friends are eventually going to get here.
Okay. Slake 2 hunger.
Yep. And I will text them and kind of like try my best if I have any signal to describe like I am like up the cliff, around the corner, white thing in the bushes.
Sure.
I have indigo.
Strangely, there's very good service up here.
And I'll
you
put, like,
text
a
them,
little
you let
skull
them know. Yeah.
Little skull face. And then I'm going to also, if I need to rouse again, I'll go back into like unseeable. So we're hidden pretty well, but I'm going to make sure I'm super unseen.
Yeah. They'll only affect you, not indigo, but you can do so.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Do another rouse check.
Yeah.
And as predicted, the rest of you eventually, a little bit later, come around the trails to the location that Boo texted you. You can find Indigo's smashed in the face and sprawled out body tucked away behind the bushes. You imagine Boo's there too.
Dario's not going to raise his voice. He's just going to be like, "Boy, good job. But I have a question." And I'm going to turn to Camilla. How is Indigo alive when we saw him get angled in downstairs in that sewer? Do you recall that?
That was not Indigo. That was Bison.
It was not Indigo?
Freddie knocked out Indigo.
Okay, yeah, right.
Indigo's, yeah.
Okay.
Lena drug off Indigo's body. He's the one you can find.
All right, wrong person. But I'm still going to turn to Camilla. So, do I cut his head off now or later?
Later.
I don't think that's up to you.
Later, because he has information on River. And then once I have River back, you can do literally whatever the fuck you want with him.
All right.
Do not drink from him.
I hadn't planned on that.
Just letting you all know. Anyone who does ash, do not drink from. If you have a suspicion, because that's how you get beast shards attached to you as a person. I
you get ghosts in your blood?
Yes, and
Yeah.
it takes a very, very long time and a lot of help to make them go away.
Like a bad drug.
This door. Are we at the place, the building?
We're in
You
like
can
the
see
bush.
the building.
like-
You're away from it, but you can see it. There's lights on inside. Seems to be occupied, but it's not a
I'm
very
gonna look.
large building though.
Freddy, I'm going to back away for a little bit as coterie leader. What do you want to do? This is your friend.
And I mean, we came to get answers, yeah. So let's try to get the answers however we can get them. You know.
All right.
They clearly are already like hostile to us. So honestly, us showing up unscathed is kind of a power move. For being honest.
I know a better power move. Storyteller, I would first of all, are we all going or
I'm gonna stay unseen. Even if we all go, I'm still not gonna like let my presence known.
all right. So this is what I'll do, storyteller. I'm going to say hold back. And I want to use oops, I clicked the wrong button. Aura of Decay.
Okay. You have to go in there. You know, Aura Decay doesn't affect Kindred, so they wouldn't be hurt
No.
by it.
No, not that. I just like the door, anything that's around.
Well, I'm saying they don't have to stand back if you don't want them to, because it wouldn't hurt them.
Okay, all right, that's good. I'll use Aura of Decay.
I mean, for dramatic purposes, you want to approach by yourself, you can, but you know it wouldn't actually hurt your coterie.
All right, I'd like to use Aura of Decay.
Okay.
So I'll just click the stamina and discipline. Any modifiers?
No, just straight roll.
Okay.
Stamina Oblivion, yeah.
I got 5.
That beats difficulty 3 you need, and it's a rouse check.
Oh, okay. Let me rouse 2. I do get hungry. That's fine. Hunger 2. I'm just gonna as we're walking. So I guess what they'll see is like any plant life or anything is starting to wither and die as I'm getting closer.
Yeah, so there's a lot of lush green sort of in this little half clearing where this building's perched. You're almost at the top of this particular mountain. You can see a little bit higher, but you can see the top now. The building's right there. You head through the green, and yeah, you just see the plants just twist and decay and turn into black and husks as Dario starts to approach, extending this deathly aura around him. Once he reaches the door, even the wooden door starts to splinter and rot. Even the door frame. It starts to hang off its frame a little bit. You can hear a voice on the other side. You begin coughing violently. You hear someone in English say, "What the fuck's going on? You all right, man?" And then you hear footsteps as they approach, and then they start coughing as well. And then someone's like, "We're under attack." What'd you guys like to do?
Put myself between Camilla and this thing happening.
Okay.
And sort of wait for Dario's cue.
Yeah.
Dario's gonna pull out his gun.
Okay.
And am I at the door where the
I'll even say, yeah, the door's halfway rotted. It's now hanging off one of the wooden door frame. You can see inside. You've seen it before. You know what a cooking lab for Ash looks like. That's what this is. You see quite a few thin bloods scrambling around in there, seeming to grab something. Probably getting armed or grabbing blood to get their powers ready.
No. He's just gonna walk towards the rotting door and kind of tap it, and I guess some of the door will fall off.
Mm-hmm.
It is in your best interest, whatever the fuck you're doing, is to stop now before I burn everyone in this motherfucker.
Yeah, you just hear someone say, "Waste that piece of shit," and
All right.
yeah, they seem to be full aggressive.
All right. I'm just gonna plan spray. I'm just gonna.
Just walk in and start popping. Okay. What's everyone else doing? Give me a composure firearms.
I'm gonna try to make. Is there a backside to this building, or is this building like up against?
Part of it's like built into the cliff, but there's a side door. You saw there's a couple of doors into it.
Is there anything I can use to bar the side door so they can't open the side door to get out?
Yeah, I mean, using prowess, you could essentially like break the door in a way that like seals it.
Yep, I would be doing that.
Okay, Freddie.
Do I need to rouse again if I want to have feral weapons out?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll do that.
Yeah, it was a long walk up here. This would be a whole new scene now.
I'm gonna go ahead and do, since I'm doing it anyway, just do fangs instead, since that's how I like to attack.
Sure.
7 messy critical.
Okay. Camille, are you doing anything?
I was trying to see, do I have to roll rouse twice for majesty?
Maybe.
I think you do.
2 rouses. I thought it was. I really don't want to risk that.
I also don't know.
2 rouse checks. Yes, it is.
Which I forgot to do earlier, so I'm gonna do another one for you right now.
Okay, well, you don't have to be mean. You don't have to.
Let's do it for fun.
This is a fun one.
It's a fun one.
Told you don't get hungry, so you're still at 3. Yeah, and Freddie, roll your
I already did, and it was just for fun, and I passed.
No, your strength brawl.
Oh, am I attacking? Is someone attacking me?
I mean, is that what you're doing? Are you joining in on this attack? Oh, you're not?
No, I'm mostly going in defensive. I thought this was a leveraging mission. I thought we were gonna.
No, I mean it's a full on. I mean, fight
Now it
at
is.
this point. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
It's a battle.
Dario walked in. He's shooting people. The Thin Bloods are rushing.
Yeah, I guess I'll go for it.
Okay.
It's strength brawl.
Yep.
I want to
Camilla.
No, he's great.
Can I don't know.
This is wet work. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to.
No.
It seems very under control. I'll tell you that.
Can I just have eyes of the serpent at the ready?
Yeah. Your eyes just turn into these snake-like slits as you wait outside the door, looking around the room at the carnage as Freddie and Dario have 7 successes on a messy critical. It is just that carnage. Dario just knocks the door in that just crumbles before him, and the first person walks up to him, he just point blanks, and this weapon has a kick. It has firepower. It's completely just like a burst melon, the first person who runs up to him. And he just, you see his smile get wider and wider as fangs elongate, as he just starts laying into people, just with no rhyme or like reason. He's not even really selecting targets. He sees movement, he shoots it. Freddie rushing in, immediately just going into beast mode, going into this predatory thing. As some are scrambling, some are trying to arm themselves. You see that some of them have weapons as well. Those are the ones that Freddie instinctively knows to go for first. And she just launches herself, long snake-like fangs, just ripping throats. As she's grabbing some, easily just manhandling them while just going through, not biting to feed, but just biting to eviscerate these people. Boo at the door. Absolutely, some people immediately throw themselves at the door to try to open. The door is broken, and you just stand there, and you just hear the carnage inside as you're holding this door, stopping their escape.
Can they see me outside? Oh no, I'm still obfuscated, I think, right?
Yeah, on the other side of the door.
Well, since I'm happy that the door is jammed and they cannot get out, I'm gonna go in and immediately start looking for River to see if River's being held here.
Yes. Yeah, you go. It's again just chaos, just a bloody war going on in here. But scanning around, you do see River sort of chained in a chair. Just in the midst of all that's going on. His eyes wide, looking around, just you can see he's got something covering his mouth. He's just looking around frantically at just the carnage going on. And you do see someone begin to walk up to him. with a gun, as they
Yeah,
seem that they know they're losing and they're going to cut their losses.
I'm going to go for the direct attack since I'm like still unseen. I'm just going to go full body contact.
Yeah, give me a strength brawl.
Mouth open because I'm gonna.
Go ahead, Camilla.
I was going to ask, does there seem to be any full-blooded kindred / ministry around? Anything indicating the ministry was around? Okay.
Yes, lots indicating the ministry is around.
Oh.
There is, 6, a critical. Not even a messy critical, it's straight critical. Yeah, there's the person going for River, pulls the gun out. You jump over River and just tackle this person midair. Fangs first. They hit the ground and your fangs are already in their throat. While moments pass, it's just pure hell for these thin bloods as a coterie of full-blooded, much more powerful kindred are just laying waste to them. Camilla, you can see another door that is open that seems to lead like into the mountain, like just straight into like it just goes to a stone tunnel. But you can clearly see some Setite symbology, and it's fashioned like one of your gates. There's these gates, there's these tests that you put yourself through. This is sort of set up as the first gate.
I don't want to kill everybody. I do want to, if anybody's still alive, I want to just shoot a kneecap or something.
Well, if it were for a messy critical, I'd say be as controlled as you want. But yeah, you and Freddy are just in the carnage mode.
That's fine. We still got Indigo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's in the bushes. He in the bushes still, I think. We left him outside.
But yeah, I will say after a few moments of just you guys are you're predators, you're fully unleashing the powers of the blood. No need for the masquerade or to hold yourselves back, and you just make sense why the thin bloods are scared of your kind, because you have just decimated them. After a few moments, the air is just thick with the smell of blood, even overpowering the sharp chemical smells that were in here before from sort of the cooking operation.
I would like to free River.
Yeah, you free him. He immediately wraps you into a hug.
I hug him back. He'd be like, you're so dumb. You're so dumb, I missed you.
Oh, I know. He goes to the one, just whichever's the closest one, and just kicks him in the ribs. Pieces of shit.
That's my boy.
I'm sorry they used me as bait, man. That shit pisses me off. I'm more than bait, Whatever.
I know.
I'm glad you fucked
They took you because you were protecting one of our own, and I owe you a boon. I owe you a debt for sacrificing yourself to keep one of our own safe. All the drugs you want, definitely available.
Shit, a Camilla.
The drugs you don't need.
All the drugs you don't need.
All right. This bait thing ain't so bad. All right, cool.
It is awful, and you will never be in this position again because I will not come for you next time.
That's fair. He looks around.
River?
Oh, fuck. They're probably through there. And he points. Lena's here.
We figured as much.
Before we go walking into another trap, what happened? Give me as much detail as you can.
Man, we don't have time for that shit, man. We do an after action report. We're in the action still.
While this is going on, can I take a step outside the door and see if Indigo's still there? And if he is, can I drag him inside?
Yes, you do just that.
All right, and then I'm gonna try to. I want to break his wrist.
Easy enough.
So crunch, and then I'm just gonna leave him here because eventually he'll wake up and both his wrists are broken. So
yeah, it's easy. You're wearing boots, I assume. So yeah, you just stomp, just hearing that sickly, satisfying crunch of his wrist bone snapping beneath the heel of your boots. Even River sort of flinches a little bit. It's like, fuck. I mean, deserves it, but fuck. Okay.
He also has a big old bite on his neck too. I'm like, I told you I'd have your hands.
River, you don't want to know what I would do to him. So, Camilla. Yes, Freddie?
Oh, we're all out of carnage mode.
Yeah.
So when I messy crit, was that just I was just about to go fucking crazy, or am I in a clan?
You're not in a compulsion. That was
Okay, I just wanted to
essentially
check that.
you were you were biting to kill.
Oh my-
You were not
yeah.
in prisoner taking mode.
Yep.
So, can
You can
Dario
feed
see
if
this?
you want to, though. The bodies are fresh enough. If anyone wants to slake hunger, they may do so. But
But
there may be ash in their blood.
Oh.
But also,
Can
some
you-
of you are very hungry. So
Can you like sniff it out, Boo? Like, do you know what it looks like if they have been using a bunch, like typical?
not
You don't know.
not in their dead state.
No.
If you want to feed, you need to feed now before the blood becomes not palatable for. Freddy could still feed, but the rest of you. Wait, does Freddy have iron?
Iron gullet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know why I thought you did. No, you feed from animals, not blood bags.
Yeah.
So is anyone
Who-
feeding? Anyone who wants to feed
Who-
can bring their hunger down to 1.
Who
I'll
needs to
feed it.
feed the most?
Most
I
likely
mean,
Camilla.
I'm at 3 hunger, and it would be nice if I wasn't, but
I just look at River.
no, I told him I owe him a boon.
Oh no, they
No.
filled me with ash.
Gross. Awful.
Yeah,
Now you have
no.
weird shits around you again, man.
Do you know
Yeah.
which one of them?
No, that was
used
the
it?
whole point. They were gonna fill me up and then like drop me off, and then you're gonna have to come get me, and there'd be beast shards and shit. Again,
For the ghost
like
ball?
if you got to do something, yeah. Oh shit, ghost bomb.
Let's
Kind of
Ghost
sounds
bomb.
cool. Either
Not
way,
cool.
do what you need to
Right.
do. They are that way. I don't know why what you like. Fuck, you're very
Okay.
decisive, and now you're just like paralyzed.
One more
Mm.
thing before we go. Do we want to kill Indigo? He's kind of a dick.
Do it later.
I mean, do or don't, it doesn't matter. We got bigger fish to fry.
River, I don't like your tone. I'm just going to say that.
Who is
Camilla,
that?
River.
Okay, I don't care if you don't like my tone. There's Lena and our fucking sire here, and I want them dealt with before we deal with anything else.
Her sire.
Yeah,
I'm moving.
some big southern
it-
fuck.
Isn't he?
I'm moving
Wait,
faster.
I'm
Real quick,
on
just-
it. I'm right behind
Freddy's going.
right behind Freddy with
Dario's
my
going.
boots. You hear clop, 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 clop.
I'm going to look at River, and I'm just gonna say, do not move. If someone comes here, find somewhere to hide. And I can't remember how his thin blood thing works. Is if he drinks from me, he
Yeah,
can
he
track
can.
me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him like the edge, like
Oh no,
of my
no.
wrist.
You drink from him.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna do that because he's full of ash. So I'm just gonna be like, if anything weird happens, hide. Go out in the bushes and hide. I don't care. Just don't get yourself into another fucked up situation. We
No,
just
I'm
got
gonna
through
hide
that.
right now. Yeah. Peace.
Yeah, okay. And I'll if I can do unseen passage and the death, silence of death,
Yeah.
I'll rouse if I can.
Do another rouse. Is anyone feeding
Yeah.
before they go?
I'm good.
No. Okay.
No.
You guys head into the door that just goes like straight into the mountain. It's a dark tunnel, and you can see there's like passages along the top. It's like passing through multiple like gates, with different sins, different things. That's very symbolic to the Church of Set. But it does, and it winds. You can tell you're winding straight up. This is at the last little bit part of the mountain you can kind of put together in your head. Before eventually it's just like it goes to stairs leading straight up, and you can see the night sky above you. Freddy, who's just running, runs, reaches the top, and you can see a large crucifix has been erected at the very top of this mountain. Next to that cross is Lena. You can hear Lena is on her phone showing, you assume probably footage. She might have been recording that whole thing of you guys destroying the Thin Bloods. And she's showing it to a man that some of you recognize as the Reverend. or the minister, I should say.
Cool.
This guy, it's this large, pale, sort of sickly pale man, sort of white blonde hair, these deep sunken eyes, and just this massive frame, dressed in a suit, a nice sort of light gray suit. As he is watching what you assume from the sound, because otherwise it's completely quiet up here besides the wind of his phone. Watching what Lena's showing him, and Lena looks up as Freddy is the first to pop up, and he looks up as well as they see you, Freddy.
Yeah, I just want to wreck this guy, actually. Actually, fuck this. I just want to wreck him. Just grapple him.
So you're just approaching the two of them?
Yeah, probably. Not letting anybody make eye contact with me.
Sure. So give me give me a Dex Athletics.
Okay. If I'm trying to grapple, do I get an extra dice?
It is not for this.
Okay. Does this do my? Oh no, I did teeth instead of claws. Never mind. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll that with a will.
Yeah, you can re-roll one dice.
Yep. Three successes.
So like I said, the tunnel goes up and it gets to where it's open, it's sort of open and just steep steps leading straight out. So you just ran straight up. You saw the two of them. You pushed for them, and you were pulled into the air. And you look down to see shadow tentacles around you, and you see Panzer was just waiting on the other side. As you went straight, he was just waiting at behind this exit. As you were just plucked into the air by this massive, the Sombra Panzer and his shadow tentacles pulling you up. And yeah, the Reverend just looks at you and, easy now. We got to talk before we do all that. And Camilla, you would recognize that voice as you're not far behind as Dario, then Boo, then Camilla make their way at the top of the peak of this mountain. Camilla, you can see in the dark, so you can also see carved into the stone in a large circle around the crucifix, some sort of runes, similar to what you saw him use before when he disappeared. Knowing that the wrong move, or maybe the right move, but he's a chance to just slip away like he did all those years ago, as long as he's within that circle. You've researched this, you know how this works because it fucked you over last time. And that is where we'll call this session. Picking things up.
God damn.
Top of the mountain.
Damn.
Okay, we had a lot to get through, but we got where.
Wait, quick question before we go. Where is Panzer relative to Dario coming out?
He'd be behind all of you.
He'd be behind all of us?
So you come out, and Panzer's going to be the backside. Because like I said, you're coming out of like a hole in the ground. So he's just in the backside, and they're in the front.
Gotcha. All right.
So, I mean, you can turn and face him, and then the other two would be behind you. So one way or another, someone's got your back. But yeah, good sesh. A lot of things coming down. We're getting into an exciting conclusion in the near future. Exciting for someone, exciting for me. That's what matters. Yeah. This was fun. Let's do our outros. Tell the people who you are, where they can find you. Starting with Dario.
Everybody, it's me, Joe, better known as DJ Torador or Nola Finger on Twitter. I am the dad of this coterie of Dario Giovanni. I promise I'm a wonderful kindred. I love everybody. I do not have illicit sex or do drugs. So, yes, I'm the storyteller from Montgomery by Night. You can follow me on Twitter and on River Region Studios on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter to catch up on River Region Studios and my production of Montgomery by Night, a V5 Chronicle set in my hometown, Montgomery, Alabama, the capital, as well as an Anarch-based game. So yeah, also look for me in other productions. This game is pretty awesome, as well as other stuff that's coming out the docket. Some I can't reveal yet, but yeah.
Boo, who are you? Where can they find you?
I boo Nosferatu. You can find me on Nosferatu, like on any social media platform. That's my tag on everything. Nothing super cool going on right now, but I hope to be working on some new costume pieces soon.
Nice. Freddie?
Hi, Miss Petty Dreadful. I played Freddie. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Miss Petty Dreadful. You can catch me playing all kinds of fun games over at TableGoth on YouTube and Twitch. So check those out.
And Camilla.
I'm Mandy Morose. I played Camilla this evening. I cannot make the same promises that Joe made, but you can find me over on TableGoth and do lots of fun things over there, like tutorials, and you can watch me fuck them up a whole bunch, which is really fun, and learn a little bit too. So that's me.
Watch her fuck up and learn while you do it. I am Bully. I'm the storyteller. Also playing games. You can check me out at the Overlords channel where I do Cold of the Abyss, Chicago by Night, play Cowboy Priest, or check me out at the Table of Horrors where I play as Amici in a Victorian London game. Otherwise, find me in all the TableGoth stuff. That's it for this game. We got some stuff to talk about, and have a good night. Bye.